I have to get the Zoom meeting ready here. Thank you, Charles. Good morning, Colin. Hi, Colin. Okay, let's see here. We have Islet and Colin and Catherine. Good morning, Catherine. How was your weekend? Did you have fun? Okay. Okay, here comes Finn and here comes Isley. We'll give them a minute. Did you get it, Wheeler and Charles? Okay, let's start going over the schedule and then we'll start with morning meeting. I'm gonna check off, drop off in coloring. We're ready to start. Now we're doing morning meeting. 8, and then journals, foundations. Today's our Monday. It's our weird day where we do foundations in the morning and math later. Good morning, Isley. After foundations, we're going to have a break for snack and recess. And then we're going to meet back in Miss Burke's Zoom for music. Then we're doing social studies. Now we're switching gears in social studies. Do you see? This is a picture like a world map of all the continents in the world. We're going to start learning about a new continent. We've already learned about Antarctica. We're going to learn about a new continent in social studies. We're going to learn about Asia. And then Miss Eccles will come for library. After library, we'll do some math, story time, pack up and go home. So there's our Monday schedule today. Let's read a book. Let's read a book and then we'll do some calendar. We have a new calendar today. It's not January anymore, it's February now. So we're a lot to talk about with our new calendar. But first, let's read a book. Valentine's Day is in February. So we're going to read a Valentine's book. This one's called Silly Tilly's Valentine. It was Valentine's Day. Silly Tilly was baking cupcakes. Ring, ring, the telephone rang. Good morning, Tilly Mole, said Mr. Bunny. Do you remember what today is? Oh dear, said Tilly, I forgot to remember. Well, today is a special day, said Mr. Bunny. Look out the window and you'll see. Silly Tilly looked out the window. It's snowing, cried Tilly. It is a special day, just right for making a snowman. Snow is nice, said Mr. Bunny, but that's not what I meant. I'll see you later, and he hung up. Okay, make sure you wash your hands. Maybe if I go outside, I'll remember why today is so special, said Tilly. Oh, so pretty. Then I'll know what Mr. Bunny means. Tilly put on her boots and her coat. She opened the front door. Swoosh! The wind swirled snow around her. Goodness, said Tilly, I forgot how cold snow is. I need a scarf and mittens. Tilly put on her scarf and mittens. Tilly went out in the snow. Wherever she looked, everything was white. The bushes in the garden were white. The trees were white. The path was white. The mailbox at the end of the path was white. Oh, I'll help you in a second. Right now, I'm reading. But something in the mailbox was bright red. Ooh, cried Tilly, that looks special. Maybe that's what Mr. Bunny means. Tilly ran down the path to the mailbox. Swish, she slipped. Plop, she fell down. Oh dear, said Tilly, I forgot to remember how slippery snow is. Tilly lay flat on her back. The wind blew snow around her. Snow fell on her face and sprinkled her glasses. Goodness, said Tilly, it's snowing so hard I can't see a thing. Just then, Mr. Mail Mole came to deliver some Valentine cards. Tilly, he called, why are you lying in the snow? Are you making snow angels? Tilly blinked her eyes, but she couldn't see anything. Is that you, Mr. Mail Mole? She asked. I can't remember why I was lying in the snow, but I don't want to make snow angels. I want to make a snowman. Oh, good, said Mr. Mail Mole. Wait, and I'll help you. He tried to stuff the valentines into Tilly's mailbox, but there was no room. Mr. Mail Mole put Tilly's valentines down in the snow. I'm ready, he said. He started to roll a snowball. We'll need a big snowball for the snowman's bottom, he said. We'll need a carrot for his nose, said Tilly. Tilly ran to the house to get a carrot. But she couldn't see, and the wind blew her around and around. She forgot where she was going. She ran toward the mailbox instead. Suddenly, the wind blew Tilly's valentines up out of the snow and into the air. Red hearts and pink hearts swirled over Tilly's head. Oh, cried Tilly, how lovely! Colored snowflakes! I will put them on the snowman before they melt. Tilly hurried to pick up the snowflakes, but she could not see, and she bumped into the mailbox. Is that you, Mr. Mail Mole? She asked the mailbox. Help me put these snowflakes on the snowman before they melt. Silly Tilly is definitely silly, isn't she? Tilly, where are you? Cried Mr. Mail Mole. He went up the path to her house and knocked on the door. The snowman is finished, but he needs the carrot for his nose, he called. Oh dear, I forgot to remember the carrot, said Tilly. Just then, Mr. Bunny came hopping down the road. I will tell you what else you forgot, he said. You forgot this. Mr. Bunny pulled a big red heart out of the mailbox. I made this valentine for you, and I wrote you a poem, too. Oh my goodness, said Tilly, a valentine. That's what I forgot. It's Valentine's Day, and I didn't make a valentine for you. Tilly started to sniffle. That's all right, Tilly, said Mr. Bunny. He took out his handkerchief. Here, wipe your eyes. Tilly wiped her eyes. She wiped the snow from her glasses. She could see. She read the poem on her valentine. It said, roses are red, violets are blue. Honey is sweet, and so are you. That's beautiful, Mr. Bunny, she cried. Thank you. These are for you, too, said Mr. Bunny. He picked all the red and pink valentines up out of the snow. There's one from Mr. Chipmunk, and one from Mrs. Fields Mouse, and one from Mr. Woodchuck, and one from... Knock, knock, knock. Mr. Mail Mole banged on Tilly's door. Tilly, he called, are you in there? I smell something burning. Oh my goodness, cried Tilly. I just remembered I didn't forget Valentine's Day. I baked Valentine cupcakes. Tilly ran to the house and into the kitchen and opened the oven door. There were the heart-shaped cupcakes, all golden brown and beautiful. It's all right, said Tilly, just some crumbs burned. Tilly iced the cupcakes with pink icing. Mr. Mail Mole and Mr. Bunny took turns licking the bowl clean. Then they each had a Valentine cupcake. And Mr. Mail Mole promised to deliver the rest of Tilly's Valentine cupcakes to all her friends for Valentine's Day. Oh, that was a very, very silly book about silly Tilly. She is super duper silly. Okay, Catherine, I see you are ready for journals. We're almost ready. We're going to do some calendar, and then we'll do journals. We have a lot to talk about because we have a new calendar. Yes, as soon as I can right now, teacher. I'll be there as soon as I can, Harrison. So we put January back up on the wall. It's not January anymore. Now we have a new month. It starts with an F.
It's February.
February. Right, Isley. It is February now. We've got a new month. February. It still ends with a Y, like January did. January, February. Sometimes when Y is at the end of the word, it makes an E sound. So our new month is February.
Like May.
What's that, Catherine?
Like May.
Yeah, sort of like May, but May has a Y at the end, but it just says it's normal Y sound. May, yeah. Sometimes it just is a normal sound, a Y sound. And it's still the same year, 2021. Now, we need to figure out, today is February 1st. It is the first day in February, February 1st. We have some hearts for February, because Valentine's Day is in February. So yesterday,
I already made my cards.
Yay, Catherine, cool. So yesterday was Sunday, Sunday. So that means today's going to be Monday with the M, Monday. So I'm going to put my number 1 in there for February 1st. Let's see, we've got some fun things happening later this week. Tuesday is a regular day. Wednesday, though, we have a birthday on Wednesday. This is Harrison's birthday. And then Thursday, we have another birthday. This is Charles's birthday. 2 birthdays this week. And then we'll have a weekend, Saturday. And then Sunday, regular couple days. And then this day right here, this is when we're going to celebrate our Valentines. We're going to open Valentine cards on this day. The reason why we're opening Valentine cards on this day is because Valentine's Day is on a Sunday. We don't see each other on Sunday, so we'll open them on Thursday. And then we have Chinese New Year. We're going to learn about Chinese New Year next week. Sunday's Valentine's Day. It's also Wheeler's birthday. And then we have no school for President's Day. And then this right here is when we're going to celebrate our 100th day of school. Oh my goodness, it's on our calendar. Our 100th day of school celebration. It's on our calendar finally. Oh my goodness. And then we have a regular couple days. And then we have, down here we have Ford's birthday. Oh my goodness, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 birthdays in February. We have Harrison, Charles, Wheeler, and Ford all have birthdays this month. Whoa. All right, let's do our pattern that Vina made us. First, we'll do the pattern we'll do it by shape. Here we go. Circle, hexagon, rectangle, square, star, triangle. Circle, hexagon, rectangle, square, and then star, triangle would be next. That is a long pattern, Vina. Wow, that's a long one. Okay, I'm going to come over here. We figured out that yesterday was Sunday, and today is Monday with the M. So I'm going to put my arrow down to Monday. And now let's do our hundreds chart. Last time we did our hundreds chart, we filled our row. Look at this. We made it all the way to 90. We filled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rows. We only have 1 more row left. Only 1 more row. Oh my goodness, that's so exciting. So if that was 90, now we're in our ones row. What do you think? 89, 90, 90. 91! Yeah, that would be 91 today. And 91 is a 9 and a 1. 91, a 9 and a 1. So I'm going to put that right here. We only have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more days of school until our 100th day of school. Very exciting. Okay, let's head on back over to our schedule. And we'll do some checking off. Let's check off morning meeting. There we go. Next on our schedule starts with a J. I know Catherine was already ready with her journal out. Journals. So Harrison, as soon as I get everybody set with their journals, then I'll help you with that, okay? All right, let's start our journals by writing our date. But it's going to be our new date. It's not going to be January anymore. We're writing our new date, our new month, February. You can write the whole long month, February, or you can just write the little nickname, the abbreviation, the first 3 letters, F-E-B. February. We figured out it's the very first day in February, February 1st. And the year is the same, 2021. We'll do stickers, journals, too.
Miss Vanderandy. Miss Vanderandy.
Yes, I'll be right there. Yes, you're right, Elliot. Very good. Definitely be downstairs. Look at you, you're already ready. Okay, yes. Who was that needed? So was that you, Isley?
Yes.
Okay, what do you need, Isley?
I needed to tell you that I was going to go potty, so you would know where I was if you didn't see me in the queue.
No problem. Thank you for letting me know, Isley.
I need I'm done with the date.
Okay, wonderful. I'll write the sentence next, Catherine. And let's see, Colin, did you have your hand up? What do you need, Colin?
I already know that it will be the date. I don't need to know.
Oh, wonderful. Colin wrote the date too. Okay, y'all are ready for your sentence. Y'all are ready. Okay, so we wrote the date, February 1st, 2021. We figured out during calendar today's Monday. We just had 2 weekend days, Saturday and Sunday. We didn't see each other, right? I want to know what you did over the weekend. It was beautiful weather yesterday. Maybe you played outside yesterday. It was like sunny and so pretty outside. Okay, so we always start a sentence with a capital letter. TH makes a the sound. The, it, that's an I. This, THIS, this. We're gonna do a space because we're starting a new word. It's a long one, weekend. And they're all lowercase letters. And then we're gonna do a space because we're starting another new word. This weekend, I. All right, I can help you finish your sentence. I can help you with your spelling about what you did over the weekend. And then when everybody's done with your writing, you can share with the class if you want to.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, did you finish your sentence, Charles? This weekend?
Yeah.
You did? Okay, what did you do this weekend, Charles? You did what?
Oh yeah. I know the desk and
Ooh, okay. So let's spell build. What do you want, Ellery? I'll be right there. What do you think?
On the 28th, it was fun. So, I think my mom can put it on the
You do.
Sunday and Wednesday.
Oh, that's so lucky you get to see your grandparents so
Miss
much.
Brandon,
Yes, Catherine. Okay, let me see your journal here. Catherine, this weekend I walked my puppy
Dog.
Daisy. Yes, you walked Daisy this weekend. It was such pretty weather. I took my dog on a walk this weekend too, Catherine. We did the same things.
they did really cute.
And, oh, and Harrison Ford took their dogs on walks too, they said.
But it's just my mom walked.
Cool. Okay, let's see Aya.
And then I walked and I hold my body.
Okay. Oh, and Finn's raising his hand. Let's see, Finn. This weekend, I went down a big bumpy slide. You did?
And guess what?
What?
I want to tell you two more things.
Okay.
And we hiked on a trail.
Ooh, that's fun. Beautiful weather to go hiking. What else did you do?
Well, one more thing. It was,
Okay.
We went on a stupid spinny thing.
You went where?
On a stupid spinny thing.
On a stupid spinny thing? Was that?
There was
a spinny chair at this park, and you could spin around and around.
Yeah.
And just did it one too many times and got
Oh.
motion sickness.
Oh no. Yeah, maybe it's like fun for like a little bit, but then if you do it too much, you get sick. Oh, I guess.
I did it too much, and I did not tell me because these kids told me to put my legs in instead of out.
Yeah, and then so you went like really fast. Oh my goodness.
When you put your legs
Oh, you learned the hard way, Finn. Well, it sounds like the rest of your weekend was really fun, though. Okay, and then Catherine, were you gonna tell us something? What were you gonna say, Catherine?
I haven't done that spinny thing. It's really
Oh, Catherine knows what you're talking about. Yeah. And then let's see, Colin, is your hand up, Colin? What do you want to tell us, Colin? Are you gonna share your journal? Let's see. Oh, this weekend I went to the park. Oh my goodness. Yay, good handwriting, Colin. You did that completely by yourself. That's awesome.
And I draw on the flag on my desk.
Oh, very nice. That was such pretty weather to go to the park. I love that y'all did so much things outside this weekend. Yay. We had such a beautiful weekend. Good writing, Colin. Thanks for sharing with us. Okay, I'm gonna help you. Okay, yes, Aya, you wanna
I'm
share?
done writing this weekend.
This weekend, beautiful writing. What did you
Now
do
I
this
want to
weekend,
tell you
Aya?
what I did this weekend.
Okay, and then you can write it.
Well, on Saturday, me, my mom, my brother, and Sweden, we all went to the countryside.
Oh, that's so nice. You got to go out to the country a little bit on Saturday. Cool.
Yeah, and me and mom had a good picnic.
Oh, a picnic out in the country. What a fun thing to do on a Saturday. Is that what you want to write? Okay, so this weekend you want to write had a picnic?
Yep.
Okay, let's spell it. So had. Let's sound out had. Huh. Add.
So first H.
Y'all are being so patient. Leela, are you writing? Are you writing? Good. Huh. Ah.
A.
Good. Had.
D.
Good.
Is that had?
You spelled had. Huh. Add.
Okay, and then A, picnic. So
Yep.
first we
We're gonna
literally
do a-
just spell the letter A.
Yes, we're gonna do a space and write the letter
One
A.
of our sight words.
You got it. And then a space and write picnic. Pa, pa.
P.
Good. Yes, Ina.
Pick.
Okay. Oh. So pa, I, pa, I.
I.
Good. Picka. Picka. It's a C.
C or K?
It's a C. Pick.
C. Pick. Pick.
Pickn. Pickn.
N.
Very good. Are you done writing, Weaver? Pickn. Pickn.
Another I again.
Another I. I'll be there as soon as I can. Picnic. Picnic. A C at the end. Nice spelling, Aya.
Oh boy. That's pink. Miss Vanderendy. Vanderendy. I was thinking of fun to do.
Yes, Isley. What did you want to say, Isley?
I'm a little late on doing my journal.
That's okay.
I had to go potty for longer than I expected.
That's okay, Isley. You can still catch up with your writing. No problem. You want to start with this weekend, I? And Ford wants to show you his journal real fast. He wrote, this weekend I went to Wooten Park and my grandparents' house. Super fun weekend.
On the same day, and the day before I had a walk room fight. This weekend. I only have a golf and a light brown. And Randy. And mine even came with a gigantic gun. Oh, yeah, with a gun on it.
Yes, Isley. This weekend I
need help writing. This weekend I played with I had 2 play dates in a row a day with Elkie.
Oh, so we can say this weekend I played with Elkie? Do you want to write that? Okay, let's write it. Whoa, that's so fun, Isley. So let's write played with Elkie. You ready to spell it? Played.
We went to the park, then we went to my house, and I shared one of my swimsuits so we could go in the hot tub.
Whoa, that sounds like a super fun play date. Okay, so let's write played. Good.
Let me just write the P first. Miss Randy?
Charles knows how to spell house, right? Because I spelled it for him.
P.
Oh, will you help Nina spell house?
Miss Randy?
Okay, yes, 1 second, Aya. Let's see. Adeline wants to share hers. She wrote, this weekend, I went on a walk. I love it. Good job, Adeline. Okay, Aya, what did you want to say? And then I'll keep helping Isley. Oh, you want to share your journal? Okay, let's see. This weekend, I had a picnic. And look, there's you and your mom. And is that Sweden, too? Out in the country having a picnic?
It's not Sweden, it's just me and my mom.
Oh, okay.
That's a tree.
Perfect. You and your mom with a picnic at a tree. I love it. So good, Aya. Okay, let's see. So Isley, where were we? Did you have the L?
I write the P.
Okay. So now we need to do the L. Play. A, good. Played. You have the A? Okay, play. Yeah. What letter makes play? Yeah. Oh, Y, very good. Played.
D.
Good, a D. Okay, now Isley, we need to do a space and write with.
What? Y.
Oh, you're close. A wah sound is a W. Wah.
And what else?
Am I off duty now?
You're off duty.
Good morning to you.
Goodbye, Miss Rosie.
Okay. All right, Isley, did we do the W? So wah, I. What letter comes after the W? Wah, I.
Okay.
So Isley, what letter comes after the W in with? I.
Oh.
Good, an I. Very good.
Oh.
It looks like you're writing two sentences on one line. I can't read it. So I think it would be a good idea if
I erased it.
just
I have popcorn almost every day. Really? I named them. All right, let's write that. Hey, guess what? You gotta finish writing and then you're ready. Oh, you're just looking at it. Did you get something that I want? There's a lot of things that you want. And there's so ayúdame si con my drum Mateo shit. That's just a few. I'm gonna count. You count too. I'm 1, 2, 3. About you. That's not a lot. How many do you have?
Okay, let's finish up our journals in 1 minute. And then we're gonna do some foundations. So we're gonna start foundations in 1 minute.
I have that kind. You want me to show you mine? I'm more than you. I'm more than you. I'm more than you. It's not on the back. Show this whole page. Me too. That's writing. You're almost done. What if you got your sticker and finish up your writing?
Okay, Vina wants to share her journal, and then we're gonna go ahead and start foundations. Vina, you wanna share? You wanna read it to us? Oh, I'll read it.
This weekend, I had a sleepover at my uncle's house.
Oh, with an exclamation point. I'm glad you had fun, Vina. Nice
I
writing.
even got to stay a long time.
That's 2 nights. 2? 2 ones. Because I got to stay at my aunt's house. So Friday, Saturday, and a little bit of Sunday.
Really?
So sometimes. And then I have to go back. I didn't get back to my deal. And nephew, my aunt, halfway, and then I got picked up with my dad. Actually, the whole family was there. The whole family? Yeah, not just my dad.
Fun.
I even had stuff from the Houston Zoo. Have you ever been to the Houston Zoo? I have. Yeah, I love the Houston Zoo. It had a carousel. You're right. And a train. Yeah, but I didn't go on the train. I didn't go on the train because it's COVID. I got this.
That's
Houston-
true, yeah.
I got this Houston Zoo
Okay, everybody, let's do some checking off on our schedule here. Mila, did you finish up your journal? Okay, let's check off journals. There we go. I loved hearing about what everybody did over the weekend. It sounds like everybody had really fun weekends. It sounds like a lot of you played outside with the pretty weather. Next on our schedule, we have foundations and then snack and recess. So for foundations today, we're gonna review some blends, and then we're also gonna learn, I think one of these blends is a new blend too. For foundations, for right now, you just need to look and listen for right now, okay? And then in a couple minutes, you're gonna need some crayons and a piece of paper in a couple minutes. But for right now, you just need to look and listen. Okay, let's erase my board here because I'm gonna be doing some writing. You can just look and listen to this part. Okay, let's do some new blends here. Okay, we know an S makes a S sound. We know an L makes a L sound. But if you put them together next to each other, let's sound it out. Sl, sl. It makes a sl sound, like slide or slingshot, slide. So that's the SL sound. Then we also have another blend. We have a B. B makes a b sound, right? And if we put an L after, L makes a L. So if we put them together, it'd be bull, like a blender. You put some fruit in the blender. Bull or blend. Yeah, so we have SL, bull, BL, bull, and then the last blend we're gonna do this week, we have P makes a P sound, and L makes a L sound, so it'd be pool. We've done this one like play, Play-Doh, playground. So like plop, yes, so they all have an L in them. Look at this. SL, sl, BL, bull, and PL, pool. They all have an L in them. Okay, so those are our new blends this week. We're gonna do more work with our blends later in the week, but I wanna go over and introduce our new sight words this week, and then we're gonna do some rainbow writing of our sight words. Okay, so we're gonna write our sight words kind of a fun way. We're gonna rainbow write our sight words. But first, we need to learn our new sight words. Okay, our first new sight word. We have 2 new sight words this week. Our first new sight word is O-R. O-R. You can get one. Let's see. Or. Like, are you going to get a hot dog or a hamburger? Or. So O-R. Or. Now, our next new sight word is very similar. It also has an O-R in it, except there's an F at the beginning. So if this is or, for, like this is for you. So our 2 new sight words this week are, yes, Catherine, it is like Ford, is or and for. Like this is for you. So here's how we're gonna practice our sight words today. We're gonna practice writing them in a fun way. You're going to need a blank piece of paper and you're gonna need some crayons. A blank piece of paper and some crayons. And I'm gonna show you how we're gonna write them. Okay. Everybody? Yeah. They're on your desk here.
Do we still have more sight words?
Mm-hmm.
We still have more sight words.
Okay, so we're gonna write our sight words. We're gonna rainbow write them. It's just a fun way to practice our sight words. Everybody have a blank piece of paper and some crayons. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna use rainbow colors. You can, there's some right there. Now, you can kind of use any color you want. It doesn't have to be rainbow colors. You can use any colors you want, but I'm gonna use the rainbow colors. So I think the first rainbow color is red. So we're gonna do red, and we're gonna write or in red, O-R, or, O-R. Okay, I think our next rainbow color is orange. So now I have my orange crayon, and I'm gonna write over it in orange. So we can kind of see both the red and the orange.
And then we want to add.
Okay, after orange in our rainbow, then comes yellow. So now I have my yellow color. O-R. I'm gonna trace it in yellow. So we're writing rainbow colors. Okay, and then after yellow, in our rainbow comes green. Now I'm gonna write it in green. O-R. So O-R, or. Are you gonna do this with crayons or colored pencils? Or. Okay, Elliot, start writing. Okay, and then after green in our rainbow comes blue. So here's my blue, O-R. And then we have one more color in the rainbow, purple, O-R, or. And there's my rainbow coloring for the word or, O-R, one of our new sight words. Oh, so good, Charles. So nice, Nina, so pretty. So good, Adeline, I love these. Now let's do it for our next new sight word. Very good, yeah, works a little better with crayons, I think, or colored pencils. Next, we're gonna do our next new sight word, for. Like this is for our new sight word. Okay, our next new sight word is F-O-R. So I'm gonna start writing it in red, F-O-R, for. Now, Ellie, you can either do it now or at recess instead of playing. Do your writing now. That way you can play during recess. You don't have to use these exact crayon colors. You can use any crayon color you want. Okay, and then after red comes orange. So now I'm gonna trace it in orange. F-O-R.
I'll just tell them.
You don't have to, you just shut it up. You just leave.
Good job, Elliot. And then we're gonna do some yellow. So I'm doing rainbow colors. You can use any colors you want. Crayons and colored pencils work better than markers. Crayons and colored pencils work a little better than markers.
I'm using yellow, blue, yellow.
Okay, and then after the yellow, we're gonna do some green. F-O-R, for. And after green in our rainbow comes blue. F-O-R, 4.
Blue is one of the darkest colors.
And then last color, purple. 4. F-O-R. And there's our rainbow writing for our sight words. We have 2 new sight words, or, O-R, and 4, F-O-R. Very pretty, Catherine. Nice, 4. Good job, Elliot. Looks good, Catherine. And Colin's writing and Finn. Good. Probably tomorrow. Good job, Elliot. Okay, that was just a fun way to practice our sight words. I need to add these 2 new sight words to our sight word list over here.
Miss Vanderlinde,
Yes, Catherine?
I am doing a rainbow over the sight words.
That sounds like a good idea. So here is our big, long sight word list. Oh my gosh, so many sight words we've learned. We need to add or and 4 to our list. So I'm going to add O-R, or,
I'm not even one.
and I'm going to add F-O-R, 4. We have or and 4 added to our sight words.
And
Okay, if you're still doing your sight word rainbow writing, that's okay. You can keep working on it. But if you're done, let's do some checking off on our schedule here. Looks great, Elliot. We are going to check off foundations. Next on our schedule is snack and recess. Okay, when we get back from snack and recess, excuse me, we're going to be in Miss Burks' music Zoom, so we can go ahead and say goodbye in this Zoom, and I'll see you after snack and recess with Miss Burks' music Zoom. Okay, bye Finn, bye Isley, bye Catherine, bye Colin. Y'all have a good break. I'll see you in music.